I left the camera bag at the house accidentally. We all left it, but I was probably meant to have responsibility for it.
We didn't discuss it, though. We didn't discuss it.
Jim's just messaged to say the car keys are in it as well. That's our card to get home from the airport.
It took us 2.5 hours to get to Devil's Tower and it took us 1.5 hours to get here. So
You got the phone? How long would it take? 4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours.
So 4
and a
hours to
half
get there.
hours.
And then you'd have to drive back also. That's another 4 hours.
That's pretty much 8 hours.
That's 8 hours. It's stressful.
So who knows what we're doing now?
You've got mountains behind you, Elijah.
You ready?
3, 2. Ah! It's there! Woo! It's real! Woo! Or is it?
Or is it?
That could definitely be
Illusion.
Hey Dad,
Yeah.
have you got the key?
No, it's in the car. Looks like a dinosaur's foot.
Ooh, that was nasty.
We are next to the Devil's Tower, just casually having our picnic. You can't really see it right now. We're in some woods.
What are your early impressions of the Devil's Tower?
It's rather green and it's rather big. Doesn't look very big when you're coming in, but as you get close enough you can see people climbing on it and they look tiny. So that's what I found the most impressive.
You guys down here, were you enjoying your picnics?
I finished my picnic.
Finished. What did you think of your chewy chippers?
They were a little bit like stale biscuits, but the chocolate tasted good.
They were great value from Walmart, weren't
They
they?
were great value.
Elijah, tell us about, you've got Cool Ranch Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yeah, they feel quite Christmassy because they have red and green seasoning.
Go in, go in.
Just walking around Devil's Tower. You can see it up here. Tilt my camera directly. I've separated from the other guys. They're doing a shorter loop around the very foot of the tower, and I'm doing this one, a 2.8 mile trail. It's called the Red Bed Trail. Oh, it goes really red in just a moment. And that is very cool. You can imagine this turning quite muddy in the winter. Just like that. Turns green again. The ground is still slightly red. Grass is still slightly red, I guess that's because it's growing out of effectively red mud. but Prairie has risen up, and we've got the Devil's Tower there again on my left hand shoulder. Looks like the prow of a ship from here.
Where are we? What's the area?
You've already asked me this.
No, but I haven't on this trail. What are we doing?
We're doing the trail that goes around Devil's Tower, as you can see there. We're going to visit the devil. We're more than halfway there. Rattlesnakes in area. Yes.
In your face.
It's on your life.
I'll bring your face and your life. Where's Dad?
He got
Captured by the devil.
Got a helicopter flying overhead, but I don't know if you can hear on the video, but when we sat down for our picnic just before we started the walks, we could hear like an electric noise in the trees, and we thought it was electric pylons that were going overhead. But it's clearly not, because there are no electric pylons here, and yet there is this constant sound of electricity. It must be some sort of insect, maybe the crickets, maybe something else in the trees up here, but it's an amazing sound. Right, I'll get back to the others. Hi. We're just below Devil's Tower, look, it's up there. And we're at a prairie dog village, town. There's lots of prairie dogs here. Those ones are lying down together.
And so then we went to try and go and clean it, and I think.
Here it is, here it is. So I have to go to welcome.
South Dakota. Yes. South Dakota.
Where have you ended up eating? This looks very typical of us.
So we're sitting next to a roadside.
Yeah.
Road on one side, river on the other side.
Quite noisy.
Outside a petrol station.
Right.
Having not found any food on the main street because everywhere was a gambling place, so you couldn't go in unless you were 21 or over.
Okay.
So our last hope was the petrol station, which said it had pizza,
Okay.
and they were just closing, but luckily for us, they had 2 pizzas left, which they were selling off.
Brilliant.
Oh, they must feel so embarrassed.
Luke, what was my surname before I got married?
Oh, but don't call me honey, honey. Suki's garage.
And dance.
I left the camera bag at the house. I'm thinking I'm going to drive back tonight, do an all-nighter.
Really long way.
I know. What choice do we have? Going back to Jim and Alice's to get the bag. 3-hour drive. And I'll join you guys again tomorrow morning.